Oh. What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It's your boy, Steve, from A Reptile I Am and Show Me Reptiles. Coming at you live from the network this morning. Got some really exciting stuff in the works. Before we get started, though, conductor, let's go ahead and pay some bills and pay some love to the network. Let's see it.
Why are there not more people talking about the awesomeness of reptiles? Let's change that with Steve Nelson. Listen up, fellow reptile enthusiasts. Welcome to A Reptile I Am with your boy, Steve Nelson.
And I love that one. I love that one too. But let's, conductor, let's see the network reel, boss.
Bright lights blind the crowd, yeah, they're in place. Tables stacked high, every species, every face. Scales and smiles fill the room, it's alive. Show me the reptiles, feel the pulse, yeah, we thrive. Show me the reptiles, a world to explore. Vendors lined with stories you'll treasure to the core. Positivity spreading in every corner wide. Laughter echoes strong, we're alive inside. Activities, buzzing kids running wild. Holding tiny fingers to creatures so beguiled. Stickers tossed like candy, smile, sticky sweet. Learning through the water, yeah, nothing can compete.
I like it, dude. I'm over here bobbing my head. I like it. I like it. So we kind of had a little bit of stuff planned here. Sean was just getting to the shop. I do see that he has just slid in backstage. Before we bring him out, though, I would like to slide the conductor out here. Let's go ahead and let's show him your real conductor and have you come out. I just got to pay some love too, brothers. So let's see that now, boss.
What is going
What is
on,
up, conductor?
What is going on, General? Thank you for having me out here. Just working that backstage a little bit. Not exactly used to doing the backstages all the time, but getting used to it. Kind of like
it's going good, dude. It's going good. So I stepped on you, dude. Let's act as if I didn't step on you, bro, and let's hear that intro, homie. Come on, man.
Well, hold on. I will have to do like this real quick.
Cruising through the city on the scouts to limit time. Got the things unlocked, bringing that 2,000 shot. Through the air and rocking with that off my glow. Living like a legend, never so here we go. Podcast on repeat, in the stories untold. G4 rhythms, mixed with pop photo. Who rock the airwaves, taking over control. Sky's the limit, baby, feel it heart and soul. Down
You already know, man. You already know. So I see Sean has come back. I do have to send love to MD Shady out there, man. Shady Mike Duvall. I love the fact that it comes in a pair, man, and together we've kind of become a trio. Like I said, I kind of felt like we were cheating on Shady without him being here, but it's all good, dude. But let's go ahead and let's bring out our guest here. We're going to bring out Sean Jones, brand new to the network. Let's go ahead and let's run his intro real quick. Super excited about having Sean over here. So
Yo,
what's up, dude?
What's happening?
Hey, Sean, if you can turn your phone and it will change your angle. Boom. There we go. So yeah, I had to have you on for a little bit of a meet and greet.
Okay.
Whoa. for everybody, dude. So we're looking at the yo-yo experience, yeah?
Yes. The yo-yo.
Yes. So why don't you tell everybody who you are and just take the mic for a second.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm Sean. I'm from Maryland. I'm from the East Coast, Maryland, DC, DMV. Moved to Texas about 4.5 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. Actually 5 years ago in 2020. At the end of 2020, then opened up my shop like January of 2021. And it's just been, I've been running with reptiles ever since. Got my first ball python in 2020. So that should tell you how new I am to all of this. Like, I'm brand new, but I've been getting a lot of experience because I opened up my shop like literally the first year of me, not even a whole year, but the first couple months of me digging deep into the reptiles. Like I taught myself a lot of stuff, So then, let's fast forward to me opening up the shop in Waco, Texas. It became the first Black-owned reptile shop in the Texas region. And we did our research. We looked for all the Black-owned reptile shops and things like that, and couldn't find any. So I was the first one that did that in Texas, first Black-owned reptile facility.
Congratulations, dude. It's hard to be the first at anything these days.
These days. Yeah, these days it is. A lot of people are hitting the market and doing all these first. But the thing is, I got into it and didn't even realize that I was the first to do it, So I just kept going. I didn't even think about any of that. Like the first this, first that. Once you start thinking about, oh man, I'm this, I'm that, I'm putting labels on stuff, then you start to get complacent. So
and I'll tell you this much, all color aside, all time in the game aside, I've followed your stuff for a couple years now, dude. It's gotten better and better. And the type of stuff that you're doing, you're out there, you're in the field. As a matter of fact, tell everybody where you just came back from.
So I was in Peru. I was in South America for 7 months. And so I started in Ecuador, and then we went to Peru, me and my girlfriend. So she's a veterinary nurse. Right now she just got off of an overnight shift, so she's at home sleeping, so she couldn't make it to the shop. And I mean, yeah, we went to pursue wildlife conservation, which, you know, she was already doing, which is, you know, how we met online. We met on Instagram through a mutual friend, who we're here with in Alabama now. He pretty much got us. He was that meeting point. You know what I mean? Like, he posted her, and then, you know, just as a buddy sharing her stuff, and I fell in love with it. Like, I'm seeing her in the jungle, doing veterinary work with the monkeys and all kinds of different other, like, big jungle cats and things like that. And she's going herping out there while, you know, on the side of doing the veterinary work on, you know, on the clock. So I'm like, damn, that's cool. Like, these animals that I have in the shop that I'm selling, she's out there finding them in the wild, you know, and I just fell in love with it, and, you know, it's sparked something, and we ended up being together. We made it happen. So,
well, and it makes something special when you guys were kind of organically brought together via your passions. That's I gotta feel like that's fairly rare air, you know, fate, if you will. That's really cool stuff, dude.
yeah, I mean, and come to find out, she was from New Jersey, and I'm in Maryland. That's only like 3 hours away. So we were close this whole time and didn't even know it. So I moved to Texas, and then she was already in Jersey, and then she ended up moving to Texas with me. And we was in Texas for a year and a half. We've been together for about almost, June would be 2 years. So we've been moving around, doing the reptile shop. And just this past 7 months, we were in South America, working at wildlife rescue centers and helping out different wildlife in the jungle, meeting new people, gaining new experiences and skills. And I mean, as you see in the clip, I mean, it's a lot of, that's not even half of the animals that we work with, like the monkeys, the birds. I mean, we work with a lot of animals. We work with ocelots, different species of monkeys. And that right there is with my boy Don. That's who we're here with in Alabama. We caught that timber rattlesnake 2 weeks ago, and we just let it go. But that's what we do. We go out.
Hey, is that the snake in the reel that I just approved earlier in the group?
Probably.
I'm almost positive, dude.
My stuff is all over the place. I like to keep it interesting. You know, I'm always sharing stuff all the time. Like, and yeah, that moment right there with the caiman, catching that spectacle caiman in the wild in Peru. We caught that in Peru. I use that as jumped on it. I jumped on it and I caught it. Like, that was my first time ever. I see people jump on caimans all the time in South America. That's always been a goal for me ever since I've seen it. And I did it. I crushed it. I crushed that goal, you know, and that right there will forever be a highlight in both of our careers, you know.
And that's an amazing picture, dude. It's just an amazing picture. That's why I chose that as the thumbnail for this.
So what's crazy?
And it's just perfect. It's so dark out there. The only light is on you two and the animal. It's just, that was a perfect shot.
Thank you. Yeah, we actually had a photographer with us. He travels. He's a traveler. He's been all over the country, different continents. He's in Japan right now. So it linked. That's what I mean. Like, it linked us with different people from all over. So that guy, he came out with us herping one night, and it was just like energy. You know, he brought his camera gear out, and we shot. That day, that was the day that we caught the caiman, and he just so happened to be with us with all his camera gear and everything. Got in that murky water, and like, it was just a perfect moment.
That's awesome.
That's
so awesome.
I vlogged it. We vlogged it. I've been sharing it. It's on my YouTube channel. That is probably one of the best vlogs yet.
So I got a question for you then. And I just hadn't asked you when we've been talking back and forth, but you had mentioned that your wife and your brother are you guys are basically Team Yo-Yo, right?
Yeah, so we have our own brands, you know.
Did he go with you for the 7 months?
No, he was here.
He
He
was.
took care of all the animals. So when I shut my shop down, some animals came here. So when I shut mine down, he opened his up, and then I sent my animals over here to Alabama, so
Gotcha.
I could have some, you know, some of my animals to come back home to, and he took great care of them. So I'm here reunited with some of my animals, and I'm finally able to see his store. I didn't see his store before I left because he had
That's cool, dude. That's cool.
So while me and Joey were out in the Amazon, he was building this shop up. So
Did he make you proud?
Oh yeah. Like he's done so much. Like his name is Gator Boy South. The shop is called the Shed Reptiles, which is where I am now. It's an amazing shop. He built all these enclosures. He really was inspired. He took interest in what I was doing at my shop and the structure of how I built all my cages. And for me to come here and see, like, you know, my influence is I'm honored to even be in it, to be an influence to someone that actually took the initiative and actually did something with the information, you know, and everything that I was introducing them to.
And it's one of your own people. That's even better. So I have a question for you though. So it's the Yo-Yo Experience, but you've got YOX2. Can you explain to everybody?
Yes. So
why?
What Yo-Yo stands for is and we mentioned this on my documentary as well. So Yo-Yo started back in 2015, and it was a clothing brand. So that's why I wear, if you see my videos, I'm wearing a lot of Yo-Yo stuff. It just says either Yo-Yo apparel or Yo-Yo reptiles. But I started that clothing brand back in 2015. And then fast forward to 2020. That's when the reptile thing came. So then it became Yo-Yo Reptiles. And then, so it just kept evolving. So what it stands for is You're Only Young Once. It's an acronym that I came up with, well, my mom came up with, because she would always tell me, you're only going to be young once. Because I used to get in trouble. You know, I wasn't the best kid, teenager, whatever you want to call it. You know, I wasn't the best. But yeah, I took that and ran with it. You know, I just wanted to make my parents proud. I wanted to start a business. I wanted to have something to brag about, and it just evolved into what it is today.
You know, I was talking to Mickey, the president of Show Me Reptiles, here about a week ago.
Okay.
And that's something we were discussing when it came to the team and all of the things that he's doing to build this, not just the reptile community, but the community inside of the Show Me network and all of the various portions that make up Show Me Reptiles.
Right.
And one of the common threads we keep coming back to is some of us that have lived a certain lifestyle, we're so appreciative of where we are today versus who we were yesteryear.
Mm-hmm.
That those people tend to really take off and run with it. And those are the kind of people you can really build a team and an overall network of meat grinders. Not everybody can say that they touched hell's floor and then be appreciative of what life is in a 10-year, 15-year time frame. And I'm very humble about it. I had what I will call a capricious youth, like what you were discussing. And I just feel so blessed to have this opportunity. And like you had mentioned, to even be an influencer in what is a positive light, it means so much to me.
Right. And I tell people that all the time. Like, I'm not a person that thinks about what can happen too often. I just like to do it. I like to try it. If it works, it works.
Yep.
If it don't, it don't. Because in reality, I feel like I'm probably not even supposed to. Me personally, thoughts to myself. I'm like, I wouldn't even be here, and if I didn't really buckle down and try. So I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? It just don't work out. All right, and that's the fun of it for me. That's the fun part for me. Like, I'm gonna try it, but if it don't work, that's fine. I don't care. But I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do, though.
I love it.
That's the main goal.
I respect it.
Be a talker. People can talk and say, "Oh yeah, I want to do this." Man, dude, I had so many people older than me. While I was running my shop, I had people older than me, like way 3 times older than me, just older than me in general. Oh man, yeah, my dream was always to open up a reptile shop. Like, why you didn't do it? And they're like, oh man, I had kids and I got a daughter too. Hey, it ain't stopped me from doing it. I want to do it. So I talk about it so much, I did it.
There it is.
And anything I talk about, I do it.
So much love and respect for everything you just said, first of all. I want to ask, and just to kind of put it out there for everybody. So what type of content, or what are you looking to do for your YOYO Experience show that we're going to be bringing to the network?
It's going to be everything. I'm going to show you everything. Like, I'm outside. I still got Amazon footage. Now I'm in the shop. All these animals are new, so I can even bring back the old footage that you guys are showing in the background.
Actually, from YOX2 Reptile from Waco, Texas. Feels like some
from my shop, like outside in the field work. Now this new shop that I'm gaining new content and things like that. Every day is new, something new. So and then I'm meeting new people all the time. Like, I'm always chatting with people now that I'm back to the States. A lot of people want to meet up with me now and do some things, and because they've been watching me for some time. So now that I'm back, they want to link up. Like, I've always put people on my platform. Like, at my shop, I treated it like Brian Barchak. You know how he would bring people in and showcase like their venomous snakes or their stuff. I did all of that at my shop. So
we actually have a little clip, and the conductor just popped it up. I want to go ahead and run it. It's some Brian content that
actually from YOX2 Reptile from Waco, Texas. Feels like some shirts, but I always like shirts, so I am excited to see what they actually have sent me. Looks like some pretty cool shirts too. Actually, a little wow, that's actually pretty cool. Let's take a look at this here real quick. This is some shorts. What? Oh my god, this is gonna be dope. When I'm getting it with Ivy, I got some match, right? I know. Yeah, she won't even know it's me. So I got actually a couple pair of shorts. Thank you so much. That
right there always is it's a fuzzy feeling for me, because he became my mentor. Like, we met each other in Aquashella one year, and I walked past him. He walked past me. I see him and Jay with the camera, and he sees my shorts, the ones that he got, that he would always wear in his vlogs. And I'd be like, he said, those some cool shorts, because they were a different color. He was like, those are cool shorts. I'm like, yeah, I sent you some. I'm the one that sent those to you. And then that's when we connected. He followed me on Instagram, and we just was connected from there. This was like 3 years ago. So, even to the point of me going to Universal Rock, seeing all his enclosures get built, because then I got good in with Stuart at Universal Rock in Dallas too. And I would always be up there going there, because I would build my enclosures with Universal Rock. I was influenced by Brian. So I wanted my stuff to look just as perfect as his. I never been to a shop or anything. I just would always see it. He was one of the first YouTube channels that made me go down the rabbit hole back in 2020, made me even want to cut open ball python eggs. And yeah, we just kind of kept close. You know, we would talk almost like every day. And I would actually, he helped me out with Dumal boa breeding, different enclosure setups. So we became like really close. I spoke to him on the phone maybe like 2 months before he died. And because he had asked me, I was just coming from Universal Rock, and they were saying, they were showing me, they gave me, and I vlogged this too on my YouTube channel, guys. We showcased all Brian's enclosures, his new ones that he has at Legacy. We went and walked through all of them, and we took photos and everything. And then I called Brian. He was like, "Yeah, man, how's my enclosures looking?" I was like, "Man, dude, these things are awesome, dude." And he was so happy. So that's a moment I'll also never forget as well.
That's some sentimental stuff. And I wasn't expecting to get into it, but like I'm starting to get into my feelings a little bit about it. I've got nothing but love and respect for Brian Barczyk.
Yeah.
And I never knew what you just said until you just mentioned it. I wasn't aware of that.
That's why I always post like what do they call parallel photos? Like if he did something, I've performed that trick too, and I would post like side by side photos or something, or I always post him. And yeah, I mean, he was just a big part of what I'm doing, what I am right now, you know, with the reptile shop. And once he passed away, that's when like really I lost the love for selling reptiles, and that's really what made. And then the whole adventure in South America came up. So I was like, this is the new journey. And I was like, I don't even have a love for putting a number on animals anymore. So I just stopped it. And it just, once I put my mind to something, that's just what it is. And I stopped it. I shut it down. I said, I'm going to shut it down. I shut it down, went to South America, and that was it. So once he pretty much passed away, my love for selling animals and breeding and all that, like it all went away. But I'm slowly getting it back, seeing now that my brother is now bringing that
yeah,
you know, he has the fresh new energy that I once had. So it's bringing that back, but I still love to be outside more. I like the wildlife better.
well, and I'm going to be trying to send any of the vibes that the general can your way, bro, because we feel exceptionally blessed to have you over here with us. We don't think of you as one of the new guys, man. You're in with us, and we're just super excited.
Yeah, that's why I always show y'all love too, man. You know, I try to post in the group. I try to be active and things like that. You know, just to show love, man. You know, just show it. Just posting in the group just shows love as well. You know, someone being active.
Well, I'm just excited to see your perspective on things, and I think it's always good for people to get various forms of husbandry and proper techniques and handling, and it could go on and on with the various things when you break it down. So we have a few people that are doing that. I'm super stoked to see your perspective. I was going to keep this fairly short and sweet, but out of respect for the conductor, I would like to have him slide out here with us real quick, because I see that he's asked a few questions.
Come on,
I want to let him go ahead and poke a couple questions at you, and then we'll let you go, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did have a couple questions. My first question for you is, what was your favorite or is your favorite experience or adventure that you have been on so far?
Catching that caiman. That was the best one.
Catching the caiman. And how many of these adventures have you been on, and where's all the different places that you've been?
So I've only caught the caiman once. We've seen several of them, but we only caught that one. So I've only been to, throughout my whole reptile career from 2020 to present day. So I've herped in Maryland. I've been to Miami, Florida, North Carolina, Texas, and now Ecuador, Peru, and now Alabama.
Okay. And now are you doing the social part of this, the documentaries and everything? Is that more for educational purposes, or is that just for your own personal documentaries?
So so everything is educational on my channel. I did a personal documentary that you guys may have seen. So I did that. That was me. That was like a send off, pretty much. Like for me closing my shop down,
Right.
paying respect and everything to Waco, because that community, man, that community showed me so much love, like I've never got before. You know what I mean? They made me feel okay to shut it down. You know, I mean, they were all, even to this day, they still, my sign is still up, and the people tell me, hey, every time we go past there, we see, you know, we think of you. We want you to come back. We always got hope that you'll come back.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's not something that I want to do anymore. But because I do have plans to go back to the jungle, and I don't really want to be tied in with too much. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I don't want to have to close it down and all that. I just rather just kind of freelance and work out wherever I'm at. So yeah. I mean that's pretty much
Okay.
it.
All right. And now for
Everything
the
else
last,
is
for my last question is, did you have anything there at the shop that you might want to show off to the public right now? Is anything that they might not normally get to see?
I mean, I can just give you guys like a cool little tour really quick. Can I turn this camera around, or how does that work?
Yeah, you should be able to turn it around.
Okay, I see it. Back camera. Okay, all right. So, guys, this is the shed. This is my brother's shop. He has some rosy boas, like a bunch of variety in here. And this is the sales stuff here, sales stuff. A bunch of other sales stuff. You know, the snake rack. His Asian water monitor here. Her name is Cookie. She's up there chilling. Hold on. Okay, yeah. I think this thing is inverted backwards, but he has enclosures lined up all here.
That's nice.
Looks nice.
Yes, it does.
And conductor, you're not done. You're gonna end with a conductor question. You do indeed have one more question. Figure out what the question is, conductor.
And this is the Morlets that you guys have probably seen me work with. Not the one that's showing now. I had to sell him before I left, but he ended up getting one because I feel like he got one because he was interacting with mine, the one that bit me in that video, and it bit him as well, and he loved it, and he ended up getting a Morlets crocodile too. So again, that makes it feel like home. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
It's almost like the same setup and everything. So it feels like I never lost anything.
That's awesome.
Right.
Another a baby smooth front here. You guys, I've been working really close with the crocodilians. That's my thing. I love training crocodilians. And then we have Bowser here. Bowser is an OG. Bowser, he's a hybrid. He's a Florida and a Mexican snapping turtle. So I had him back in 2020 before when I was still living in Maryland. He was the size of this little dude.
That's a Flexican snapper?
Right. So he was the size of this 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Wow. Progress.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, conductor. So we're gonna wrap up here because I know that Sean's got stuff he's got to do in the shop, but Sean, the conductor always likes to have one final question.
Yeah, so usually I have one last question. I usually try to keep them a little bit more fun, lighthearted. We like to have a little bit of laughs here.
Look at this camera. Turn around.
All right.
Okay. What are you saying?
All right, so my last questions, usually like to keep them a little bit more fun, lighthearted, and that. So if you could take a vacation to a desert island and have 3 items, useless items with you, what would you take?
Useless items.
Useless items. So it ain't going to serve no purpose on this desert island at all. But
So it
for
could
some
be one
reason,
picture of me, could be one of your items, just so you didn't feel lonely.
Yeah, let me get a holographic picture of Steve in a Pokemon card form. Let's see. I don't know. A 10-gallon tank.
Hey, you know what? He's gonna need it.
yeah, yeah.
And I guess some
Lid.
like some rubbing alcohol. I don't know. Like, I mean, that's those seem all useless in the desert.
Yeah, especially on a desert island. You know.
That's a tough one. It sounds easy, but that's actually tough when you think about it.
It is. You know, because like I said, it's light, fun-hearted. It's a little bit of a curveball, and it gives the people a little bit of a sight of who you are and, you know, just your kind of mentality.
Yeah.
So with that, guys,
and stay tuned because the holographic images of the general are going to be coming soon enough.
Yeah,
I do have a question for you, General.
Oh boy.
I really like that show me jersey that you got on. Where yes, I really do like that. Where did you get that?
These are custom jerseys that we're putting together for the network right now.
Yeah, that's nice.
I actually have a couple more as well.
I was going to mention that one in the background. I seen that too.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, really like this one. And then this next one is really exclusive for one of the groups we have coming out called the Four Horsemen. And the general is indeed one of the horsemen.
Okay.
So yeah, Sean, we had actually placed orders for some jerseys. These are custom jerseys that we just made. We can definitely get you and yours some as well.
Okay.
We wanted something specific for the network, so we stood out. So the best way to do that is to bust customs. And
absolutely.
I'm a jersey guy, so this just made sense.
Yeah, so, those look amazing, dude. Like you always got the drip, man.
Yeah. So hey, you know, it's funny you mentioned that, dude, because I put that on the horseman jerseys, bro. Yeah. They're all sorts of drippy, dude.
And I do have one more real little clip that I wanted to play before we ended.
Yeah.
Okay. Bowser and the shot.
So I really like that. Seeing the turtle getting fed, that I really like. So
yeah, I did something different too. It's a vlog I think that came before that. It was feeding my animals in the dark. So I had all my electricity had cut off, and it was on some Jurassic Park level kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All the cages were almost like about to be broken down. So I'm using a flashlight feeding everybody, and it was a really crazy setting. You guys should watch that one.
You got one of these, Mark. 88, bro. Already branded up.
I did like that because it gives you a different perspective on how they eat and that, you know, because normally in the wild, that's how they would be eating. They wouldn't have all this light bombarding down on them like that. So being able to see them in the dark eating like that, that really tickled me.
What What, you watched that one already?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah, no, that was a fun one actually. It was pretty fun.
yeah. So, but with that, guys, like the general said, make sure you stay tuned for the new and upcoming shows. We do have a show later on tonight. The Sky's the Limit podcast will be on later on tonight. With that, I'm going to go ahead and do my outro. Remember, with hard work, determination, and positivity, your dreams too can become a reality. And I am out of.
Hey,
All
man.
right, yo. Thanks for coming on, Sean. And with
Thank
that, I'm going to do mine, and everybody knows what it is. Peace. I'm out.
We're diving deep in the stream. You know it's a wild ride. We're breaking down at the seams, showing that spectate style. Every episode we unravel truth, but with that be like and subscribe. Hear that bell, don't lose the groove. This is where the vibe flies. Show me where you got stuff. Today I feel it.
There you go.